Sagittarius, I'm looking at your energy and I'm seeing that there is a seeking to restore resources so that you're able to rebuild your own fundamental foundation. Again, you're needing that fire to be used sparingly. I'm also picking up that some of you are quite exhausted over since the last few weeks. Sagittarius, this is your collective reading. This is the Arcana Veil. Let's have a look for you. Okay. Thinking. Thinking, nurture, achieve, alliance. There you go. You seem to have decided that your arrows will hit the bull's eye, all 5 of them, all 4 of them. Anyway, Sagittarius, you're going through a process where you really are establishing a new form of, let's call it identity in a sense, but not so rational, not so rash, yes, really, and not so irrational. More in the sense of finding your experience to be more valued, to be nurturing towards you. In other words, some of you are planning to go forward, building something so that it can look after you. Your investments are coming through as well. There's some of you are able to achieve what it is that you've set out to do. You should be experiencing or accomplishing that right now. We're having a look there, and you're having the unlikeliest alliances in support of you through this process. Let's see what your tarot has to say. There's the 3 of Coins here. Here's the Star. Aquarius. The Tower. The Spirit forces. And the Presence of forces. Alright. So you're going through this process where you are literally establishing a new foundation, like I've said, what I've just picked up on. And this new foundation is going to require for you to be able to decide strategically, mentally, how to decide to invest in the best way possible to carry you forward, to carry you. Because you're at this place where you are literally wanting to find some time, desire the time to have the healing taking place, the star, the accomplishments, to have that which is your wishes to come true, so you can actually have that. So for some of you, you might be going into retirement or early retirement. There is no age that is a limit to any particular retirement. You can go on a retirement at a young age. There is no rule that says it has to be a certain age. The only rules that seem to be made blindly are the ones that build on the narratives, but nonetheless. We're having here the Tower struck here, so something that you've had to let go of, that you've worked on before, which is why you're kind of coming into the reductionism state, where you're basically reducing things that don't seem to support you as it used to. And through this process, while setting up a new foundation within your conscious mind, your thoughts, the heart of understanding, which is your mental process, you're encountering support from people that you would never have expected to support you. So alliance is coming here to you in the most unlikeliest manner, which is also often blessings in disguise. And we're having the 10 here, the spirited forces that are very much in support of your choices that you are making right now. We're having the presence of forces here, which really is illuminating for you that in order for you to establish this new foundation in your deeper parts of yourself, it is important for you to acknowledge that you are being given guidance from the most unlikeliest places. So you may encounter certain events or experiences that you may not be able to understand or clarify on a rational sense in your mind. And in that way, you're going to be able to experience the guidance coming to you in that way, in a subtler sort of form that you would not have expected before. Let's have a look and see what is in the subconscious or the unseen places, the underworld, which it looks like we're in overall. In the reality, we have the Four of Coins here, being very careful not to just give out anything and everything in your life. You just kind of want to start putting money aside to protect that so that you can, nurture it. There's nothing wrong with that. Then we're having here the Two of Cups here, connecting with the part of yourself. Some of you may meet other people. Others of you might go into a business with someone. I'm hearing sister company. I'm hearing business happening, setting up new things. Some of you might be investing in certain companies or certain stocks. Okay, not for everyone, of course. It's got a feminine frequency to it, whatever it is that you're busy dealing with. So it's not a bad thing. You're looking into that thing. It's actually there in support of you. Which you kind of know. It's already there. You're very much in touch with your subconsciousness. Here we have the Five of Swords here under the Tower struck underneath the achievement. So obviously it's going to make waves. You're obviously going to create a little bit of waves to those that are used to seeing you in a particular way, for you to be presenting yourself in a different way. But remember what is here in the side here, the spirited forces and the alliances of the most unlikeliest support, or the blessings in disguise that come through to you, and really bringing in that loving support over your life. So again, you are also going through a process where you are breaking away from things that you don't need, that don't work for you anymore. They seem to be very heavy and hard impacted in your life. It's kind of surrounded your star here. It's almost like made your star light reduced, which is why you're breaking that energy out. Or breaking out from that energy. We have the Sun here underneath that. This is the present and going into that which is going forward, your future that you're setting in place here. We're going to look and see a little deeper on this one for you. You're being shown and revealed what you need to look at. We have the Five of Vessels here. No? 10 of Vessels, sorry. Yeah, 10 of Vessels here, being in the spotlight. Very interesting. You're being seen for your achievements. Here's a lot of light on you, on your energy right now. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be in a place where you're observed physically by people. It's not like some of you might actually be actors or actresses or something, because whatever you're making a decision on, it does change the nature of your presentation to that which is around you. You're also being given a little heads up here that you must be careful not to overindulge, obviously. Let's have a look and see here. We're having the Five of Wands here, and not to get tied up into he said, she said bullshit. Just don't get sucked into that stuff while you're busy while you're going through your transition period. Let's see some more here for you. Some of you could be going into collaboration with other people that might actually be of support. There's your Seven of Pentacles. After you've had to look after them here, you have started to bring them back into here. You started to make some good fortunes for you. So this is basically telling you that whatever investment you're thinking of going towards, obviously I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm going to tell you that the energy says to be very careful in how you do it, so that how you do it, that it comes out in a way that brings support to your spirit, to your inner self first. And in that way is how you're able to reestablish the frequency to come through to you. If you need to see how the energy works in that way, I'd advise you to go and have a look at Capricorn's reading about the as above, so below. I've made an explanation there about how it works. So basically, on the same principle, this is where you're going with your star now is much more expansive, much more open here than here. So you're going through this process, and you're going to be recognized for what you've done. First of all, by yourself, that you didn't think you were able to do that before, and others who are going to be loving and supporting you all the way. Sagittarius, this was your reading. Until next time.